Hi, and welcome to Roof Restorations. In this video, I'll be hoovering up lots of dust, tackling some monster spider webs, totally dismantling and rebuilding this table and magazine rack, and then taking a short peek at the doll's house that sits behind me in my videos. The first job was to get out the hoover, as the table was covered with some particularly nasty looking spider webs. Given the state of the table, the cane panels were both in great condition. Some of the end pieces were missing and others were damaged, so I decided to leave them out of the final restoration. Next, I removed the tabletop. This didn't go as smoothly as I'd hoped, as several of the screws were bent. Maybe it was put together with a hammer rather than a screwdriver. Before taking the legs apart, I marked the 3 parts of each joint with a centre punch to save any mistakes when putting it back together. I used a small scraper with a teardrop-shaped blade to clear out the varnish from the details on the edge of the table, and then used sandpaper to clean everything else up. I decided to use stripper to remove the very dark layer of old varnish and the effect of smoke over the years, so I masked off the cane panels before starting. With the cane panels protected, I proceeded to liberally spread paint stripper over the panel frames and legs. I worked the stripper into all the details with the brush, and after a couple of minutes I used wire wool to help remove the varnish. I only left the stripper on for a couple of minutes, as I only wanted to remove the surface layer of grime rather than getting back to the wood. Don't forget to watch right to the end of the video to see some details of the Art Deco doll's house that I'm restoring. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more about this in future. After stripping off the varnish, I gave all the components a thorough clean with white spirit to neutralise any remaining stripper. I needed to stain the dividers and top because I had to sand them, so I applied a coat of dark oak spirit stain. When everything was finished, I prepared the joints by scraping out the old glue. With all the joints glued up, I added some clamps to pull everything tight and left it to set. Once everything was solid, I applied a coat of dark wax with some 4-0 steel wool. I left the wax to dry for about 20 minutes and then buffed it off with a clean stockinette cloth. I bought the doll's house in a local auction and have been renovating it for a while. It was riddled with woodworm and needed a lot of work, but I'm determined to get it back into shape. If you'd like to see more of my progress, please let me know in the comments.